I've never seen the NYPD get assaulted this bad. NYPD in New York City, they're pretty strong. Like, no one really messes with them. And right now, we already saw a NYPD police officer who basically was beaten up by multiple migrants. And if you look at what the NYPD chief is saying, is the fifth suspect released without bail is something that he's never even encountered before. Some people are also feeling like when it comes to migrants, a lot of laws are becoming more lenient for them. And yeah, like cops are literally just getting beat up on the streets on Manhattan in some of the most tourist-heavy areas. Now, here's the thing, right? If you get arrested, you don't just start beating up the cop. That is probably one of the worst things to do. You might as well just, beat in the cuffs and then talk about it later with a lawyer. You don't just start assaulting the officers because guess what? There's already a massive manhunt coming for the migrants here. If you check out some of the videos on Twitter, this is what it looks like. Massive manhunt for migrants who assaulted NYPD officers. Under the command of NYPD Assistant Commissioner, they're forming a huge army of cops, and they're going to multiple migrant locations. I think they're kind of done with this. A lot of the cops, if you talk to them, and the business owners as well, they're kind of sick of what's going on in New York City because they don't have enough space, they don't have enough shelters. The homeless population goes up by 53%, and everything's filled. In fact, the amount of crime has actually went up because a lot of migrants aren't getting enough food, aren't getting enough shelter, aren't getting enough of anything. Because the city got in like 50,000 people without really planning anything. So check this out. This is what it looks like. This is a massive operation. You have a lot of police officers. There's illegal scooters and mopeds everywhere. And like I said, this is a humongous operation. I think NYPD is sick and tired of this. I think a lot of the businesses are sick and tired of this. And if you ask some of the business owners, they all say the same thing. Business is affected. Quality of life in New York City is going down. And many of these sanctuary cities are no longer popular hubs anymore. If you check out how serious NYPD is, this is their caravan. I've never seen this long of a string of New York City cop cars. This is a whole entire string of them stretching endlessly through the block. And they're taking this very seriously. They want to send a clear message. Is like, stop it with all the shenanigans. Stop with all the craziness. Okay, this is New York City. This is in the U.S. We can't just have cops getting beat up on the streets. We can't have insane amounts of crime and illegal scooters everywhere. And I think the NYPD is basically 100% fed up at this point. And like I said, the city right now, they can't really reverse this either because they took in all these migrants. We're going to do, like, kick them all out? Like what? On the streets? NYPD actually has a pretty decent problem when it comes to homelessness. In fact, most homeless people in New York City actually have shelters, unlike San Francisco and Los Angeles. But because now you get in like 50,000 migrants and even more coming, and it's getting up to like 100,000 people. And we should be seeing even more of these migrants on the streets. When they're on the streets, human beings get desperate. No food, barely any water, no shelter. And of course, crime eventually starts piling up. And this is what's happening here, right? New York City is a massive mess right now. I come here for family a lot, and they're saying the same thing. After multiple NYPD officers were assaulted, multiple arrests are being taken place. And look at this. This is another confiscation of just scooters and also people. Multiple migrants were arrested, detained, and also illegal scooters were also taken. Not really sure where they get all these scooters, but you kind of see that the New York City Police Department right now is at super duper high alert. They're taking OBS. And let's just see what happens. New York basically screwed themselves at this point. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below and see you later. How do you guys think about this so far? And what are your thoughts about the New York City Police Department and also the New York City migrant crisis?